Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're talking money, so don't go anywhere. Some time ago I received a request from Paul if I could make a video about the costs of my trip to Scandinavia. Of course I can, Paul. You want it, you got it. I spent €2,500 for this trip. Thanks for watching and goodbye. The subject of today's video is gonna be my trip to Scandinavia in Finland and everything related to it, so mainly all the costs associated with this trip. You have asked quite often how much such a trip costs, how much accommodations cost, fuel prices, etc, etc. I have a lot of information here, so I hope you don't mind if I look at my notes from time to time. Now, so let's begin. From the beginning I planned this trip to a maximum of 3 weeks. And I'm talking about myself only because my travel companion Wojtek had other plans. And due to a different place of residence, our travel costs differed significantly. I don't have the exact numbers down to cent. I didn't take any notes on this topic. Most of the data comes from my bank account and from my head if, for example, I paid cash somewhere. I set myself a budget of €2,500 for this trip, and that's about what I spent. So my expectations were correct. I'll try to break it all down for you. So I made myself a list and I divided it into several categories. And the first category is the fuel costs. Before I tell you how much I spent on fuel, I must first point out that at the time we were in Scandinavia, there was an energy crisis in the world, so the fuel prices were at the highest level. Prices ranged from €1.75 per liter, for example in Germany, to €2.70 per liter in Norway. And that was actually the highest price I ever paid for 1 liter of petrol. Versus was 30. Thirsty. My Versus has an average fuel consumption of 5.5 liter for 100 kilometers. And within 3 weeks I rode about 8,500 kilometers. Which means that I use about 470 liters of fuel. Yummy 95. And the fuel cost was around 900 to 950 euros. The second item on my list is the cost of accommodation. We either booked accommodation via Airbnb app on our phones, or we were just looking for a place at campsites. The total cost of accommodations is around 600 euros. The cheapest accommodation was a fishing cabin by the river in Norway. This is our accommodation for tonight. And cost 30 euro. Of course, we shared the costs with Wojtek, so we only paid 15 euro each for this cabin. The average price of cabins on campsites range from 50 to 150 euros. However, if you got off the main road into the less populated areas, you can find cheaper cabins there. Which of course does not mean that they will be high quality. The most expensive accommodation was a room in Kristiansand. So that's my lovely little room for tonight, for which I paid 97 euros. Sleeping in a tent in Wojtek home at Sweden and at my friend's vacation house were for free. And here a big thanks to Wojtek, Caroline, Alexandra, Cora and Jan for their hospitality. Now item number 3 on my list is so-called other costs, which mainly includes various types of shopping, food in supermarkets. I'm looking for the, I don't know, I think English, slippers, flip-flops, gas stations, coffee in large quantities. Got myself a fuel and a coffee. Come on, coffee. Give me the coffee. It's coffee time. Various types of payments, for example for roads, bridges, ferries, and here another example, bridges in Denmark, payment for a mountain pass, buying a Crocs in a shop because I forget to take them from home, and some other shopping. When your fellow rider and the travel companion pays for your underwear in a little supermarket, it must be good people, right? These costs were in total 700 to 800 euros. I'm not able to assess it exactly because I paid part by card and the rest by cash, so the exact number is unknown to me. So, more or less, these are the costs of my trip. If you have any questions about it, feel free to comment below the video. I will try to answer them all as far as possible, of course. If you ask me, was it worth it? Because, you know, everything is expensive there and the weather is very unpredictable and etc, etc. I will have to tell you, hell yes. It was a great trip through an amazing natural wonders, in heat, in the rain, through the mountain and valleys, coasts and complete wilderness, the places where I met and wonderful people. So again, yes, a big yes. So if you have thought about going on such a journey, and it doesn't matter in Scandinavia or somewhere else, and you lack the courage, or you are wondering if you can handle it, yeah, my advice is don't wait, just go. You know, the world is beautiful and it's waiting for you, so pack your bags and go. And with this thought, I will end this video. Stay safe, thanks for watching, and of course, to the next one.